Hi soulmate, for today's class I'll share with you a simple tutorial on how to make this layered handkerchief skirt with a sheer top. The style inspiration is from Tees and More. Now to start, I have about 6 yards of fabric, so I'll be making use of this. The first part we'll be cutting out is our skirt pattern. So what I did was just to carefully cut out the fabric I'll be using for the first layer of skirt. Now depending on your height, you can use 2 yards or 2.5 for the first layer of your skirt. You're making this with an Ankara fabric. It is about 45 inches of length. Now what you have to do is to add extra inches to it so that the length will be about 60 inches. So if you notice on my own pattern, I joined my Ankara to complete it about 60 inches of length. So here with me is about 2 yards by 60 inches. Now you have to place your skirt on fold first. After folding it, you go ahead to fold it again, giving you 4 foldings for your skirt. Just like when you're cutting out your flace skirt, this is how you're going to cut this. After cutting out, you're going to have a closed edge this way. Now you want to take your hip measurement and you're going to divide it by 4, just like when you're cutting your flare. Another method is cutting your hip by 6.25, but I divided my hip by 4. My hip is 40 divided by 4, it will give me 10. I'll place my tape and make a rough curve about 10 inches and I'll connect. Now what I'll do is to measure from the tip to where I have my semicircle. I'll mark that round. So what I have is about 6 inches, which I'll take it all the way round. Then I'll outline. Since my chalk and fabric is the same color, I'll try to outline it very well so that it will be visible for you to see. After marking this, you want to measure your waistline to the shortest first layer of the skirt, right? So for me, I'm using 22 inches and I'm going to add extra half inch for weaving out allowance, giving me 22.5. Please, the measurement I'm using for this pattern is not a standard. Please go ahead to use your own measurements. I'll measure out that 22.5 inches again just to make sure I'm accurate. Now I'm going to transfer this 22 inches all the way down. To make sure I have a straight line, place your tape at the upper part until when you get to that your measurement. So what I have is 28. I'll just follow that 28 inches and I'll draw a straight line. Now this 28 inches is just to make sure that I have a straight line all the way down. If you have a straight long ruler, you can just place if you don't want to retake your measurement from the tip. So after marking at this point, just to make sure I am still accurate, I'll still go ahead to take my 22 inches for the length. Now I'll go ahead to also make sure I remeasure this side and I have that 22 inches still. That is starting from the waistline. I have 22 inches and a half, sorry. So after measuring this, what I'll do is to go ahead to cut my pattern. Now another measurement you need, if you in case you want to check, is the length of the longest part of your skirt, which is this part. Now from my waist I'll place my tape and what I have here is roughly about 34 inches. I'm okay with mine. I don't want mine to be too long. So if yours is not, you're not okay with the length, you can go ahead to readjust the length before cutting out. Now let's cut out the second layer. I'm going to fold my fabric into 2 this way, and after folding I'm just going to make sure that I have enough fabric that I want. Now I'll still be folding this into 2 again. That is after folding the first layer. So before going ahead to fold again, I'm just going to secure it with my pin because I didn't cut out the fabric I'll be using. So I have a lot of fabric here and there. This is just to avoid it moving or shifting while cutting out my pattern. cutting out my dress rather, then I'll go ahead to pin it. After pinning, I'll go ahead to fold my fabric again, which will give me into 4 folding, right? Then we're going to cut out the second layer of this skirt. After cutting out, to avoid going through the same stress of marking out your waistline, just take your first skirt, the first layer, place it on the second layer, and what you do is to trace out the waistline. This will save you a lot of stress of calculating or trying to cut out your flare. Now the next step is now to take the length of your second layer. The length of my second layer is 13 inches, and I added extra half inch to it, which will give me 13 and a half. Remember, the extra half inch I'm adding is for weaving, because you're going to be weaving the hemline of this skirt. Now I'll place back what I cut out. So what I'm trying to do now is to get the measurement from the tip to that my 13 inches. So what I have is roughly 18.5 inches. So I'll just take it straight. This is to enable me have a straight line. Now if you have a very long ruler, all you have to do is place and draw out your straight line. So I'll just go ahead and I will cut this out, and I'll go ahead to cut the other side, and this is what I have. I'll open it up. Now after opening this up, you want to bring your second skirt, that is the first layer, and you'll be pairing it together. Now all you have to do is to open this up and match the waistline. So before going ahead to join the waistline of the front and the back together, what you do is to measure your waistline. So remember, at the waistline, what we used is our hip circumference. So my hip is 40, and on fold it should give me about 20 inches. So I'll just go ahead to place my tape and measure what I have at that point. So I have 20 inches. That means on fold it will give me, if I open it up, sorry, it will give me 40 inches. Now what I'll do is I'll open up my two skirts and I'll place it together. Make sure the pointy edge, that is the longer part of your skirt, should be matching, and the lower part of your skirt should be matching. Now all you have to do is to go ahead to stitch the waistline together. Now here's the band I cut out for my skirt. I'm actually going to make a band. So my band, I have 20.5 inches on fold, giving me 41. So I'll stitch here with half inch. I added extra half inch on both sides for stitching allowance. After stitching, I'll just fold this in this way and I'll iron it out. After ironing out, you're going to run half inch at the first part and half inch at the back also. Now you're going to run another half inch. Now I want to add one elastic and make a rope with my Ankara fabric. Now the width of my band is 4 inches on fold, giving me 2 inches. I'll be leaving about 1 inch at the center where I'll be making a hole to pass my rope. I'm done stitching at this point, and I have also made a rope with my Ankara fabric, and I cut out an elastic band. Now remember that 1 inch I said you should leave at the center. You pick one side and make a hole. Now use your safety pin, pass your elastic through the lower part. Watch me do this. Pass it through the lower part. Now I'm going to pass my elastic at the first layer, or at the first channel which I created at the upper part of my dress. So I'm just going to pass this all the way around till I get to the center part of this band again, where I'll be bringing it out. So this is what I have here. I've gotten to the center. I'll just pass it underneath it, that space underneath the band. Then I will tie my band. I'm going to tie it, or this elastic, I'll tie it very well. Then I will now drag it. If you drag it, the elastic will go into that point. So if you have any questions so far, please kindly go ahead to ask. Now it is time to pass our rope. Now I'll pass the safety pin also. So from underneath, I'll now pass through the second layer. And I'll pass this all the way around just like we did for the elastic of this dress. Now after passing out at the center, you pull it out from that hole that you made at the front. You're going to pass it from there. Then going to drag the rope from one side and spread out your elastic, then tie that one that you passed through the hole. Right now the next one is to pass that first one through the hole again, that hole at the center. You pass it there, then when you pass it, it will now come out at the front. Then this is your elastic band that you have made. Now what you're going to do is to attach your elastic band to your skirt. Now if you don't want to add like a rope to yours, you can just use elastic on the waistline, but I like using my elastic and rope so that I can always readjust. Now let's cut the sheer top or smoky top of this dress. Now to start, what I'll do is to mark my starting point. I'll mark 1 inch on top. Now this 1 inch I'm marking, I'm going to fold it out, because when you're making this type of dress, you're going to fold out your sewing allowance or weave it out. Now if you're going to weave first, you're going to add 1/2 inch. Since I don't have a weaving machine at home, I'm just going to fold out my edges. To take my measurement, I'll place my tape and mark -6 off my measurement. Then my blouse length is about 22 inches. I'll add extra 1 inch for folding allowance. Just like I said earlier, when you're making this top, you have to like weave out your edges or fold it out before sewing the elastic thread on it. So I'm folding out, so I'm adding 1 inch extra because I'll be folding that out. And for the -6 I took while marking my measurement. It is not a standard. It totally depends on where you want your dress to start. You can use -5, -7. Before marking out my measurement, I'll add extra 5 inches in front. This is because you're making this dress with an elastic thread. By the time you sew your dress, it's going to come back to the original measurement so that it can easily stretch out when you're putting on your dress. Now the next step is to mark your biggest measurement. Right, you can use your hip measurement or your bust measurement for this part. Now what I'm using is my bust measurement divided by 4, and I'll go ahead to mark. Now for the edges, you add extra 1/2 inch or 1 inch by the side, depending. If you're weaving out, you add 1/2 inch. If you're going to fold it out, you're going to add 1 inch. But I added 1/2 inch to mine, and I went ahead to just pleat or fold the edges. Just need one measurement here, which is just your bust measurement divided by 4 or your hip measurement divided by 4, and all this measurement is starting immediately after that 5 inches we have in front. So after marking, I'll just connect my line and then add extra 1/2 inch to it, which I'll fold out. You can also weave yours out. Then I will go ahead to cut out my pattern. If you have any questions so far, please kindly go ahead to ask. Now after cutting this, I'll use this to cut the back. All you have to do is to go ahead to place this on another fabric and you cut out. Make sure to pin to secure your fabric. After cutting out, I'll just go ahead to fold out the edges. Now if you have a weaving machine at home, you can go ahead to just weave it out. So what I'll do now is to fold this out. I'm trying to cut out the straps that I'll be using for the sleeve of this dress. So for me, what I'll use is 6 inches. I cut out 6 inches, then I'll share it into 2. So each strap, I have about 3 inches. So I'll mark this all the way to the end. So after marking it, I'll go ahead to cut it out, and then I'll slash it also. I'll cut out 4 pieces from this fabric I have here. Remember, it's 6 inches, then 6 inches on fold, then you divide it again, then you have 3 inches on both sides. So for the length, you have to determine that by yourself. So I think I used about 26 to 27 inches for each length. So after folding out, this is what I have. So I have gone ahead also to like fold out my straps. I folded like 4 of it. So this is the elastic thread I'm using. You're going to reel it at the lower part of your machine, right at the rail. That is what you'll be using. So this is what I have here. It is very stretchy. Now if you buy yours and it's not stretchy, and just go ahead and soak it in warm water, and you let it dry a little, and it's good to go. So this is what I have now. I'll start marking my lines out. Now for this dress, you have to actually sew from the front part. So at first I'm going to sew immediately after this line here. Now I'm using a blue chalk. I don't know whether is that visible. Now you can sew 0.5 inches interval or 0.75, and you're going to mark all these lines and join it together before sewing. Remember, whatever you're doing here, you're also going to do it to the back pattern of your dress. So this is more like the toughest part of this dress, because you have to take your time in marking out the lines and drawing it out. So you're going to do this from top to bottom of the blouse, of the top rather. Then you also repeat this at the back of the dress. So you have to take your time also to do this. So I'll just go ahead to continue marking this till I get to the end of my pattern. So I'm using 0.75 because I don't have that patience to start sewing 0.5 all through this dress. It takes a lot of time rather to do that. So mark to the end of your dress. This is me. I'm almost halfway marking it. I'll just continue marking to the end. You have to take your time and you have to be patient while doing this. And when you're done marking, you're now going to start sewing on it. Please make sure you mark out your lines before sewing. If not, what you have might not come out nice. You might think you're having a straight line, but by the time you're done sewing, it's not going to be nice at all. So after marking this, now we are going to use our elastic thread to sew this. You're also going to repeat the same thing for the back pattern also. So I'll be using my manual machine to do this, and you have to take your time to reel this. Please do not drag your rope while reeling. I was actually reeling it slowly. I had to like make the video a bit fast. Now you're going to start sewing, right? Just make about 2 to 3 lines to show you the outcome or how it's going to look when you're done stitching. So what I'll do is I'll go over to the next line and I'm going to sew this all through, right? I will stitch following my lines all the way to the end. So after I'm done stitching this first part, this is what I have. You can see how stretchy it is. So I'll continue stitching to the end. Now after stitching this is what I have, and I will place the front and the back together and I'll go ahead to pin it down. So I'll just go ahead to stitch the sides with 1/2 inch after I am done pinning. So you can see how stretchy it is looking, right? So if you have any question, please kindly go ahead and ask. So this is the front part of my top, and what I'll do is to go ahead to fold into 2. I want to measure my nipple to nipple plus extra 1/2 inch from the middle point, and I'll pin. And I'll also repeat it at this other side. From the middle parts, mark your nipple to nipple, add 1/2 inch. If you're a bit busty, add 1 inch to what you have. Then go ahead to pin. Now after marking this, we are going to attach the back. To attach the back, all you have to do is fold your dress again, match it to that of the front, let it align where you placed your sleeve or strap, let it align with that of the front. Then I'll just go ahead to give it a top stitch. So after stitching, this is the final look of this dress. Mine is a bit shorter. I didn't want to make it too long. So if you have any questions so far, please kindly go ahead to ask. So if you haven't yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please kindly hit on the subscribe button.